Channel. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Javed.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
all of you, are you able to hear my voice? Correct.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So now today let us start a new topic. This is called BDC,
Sir, before going to that,
Batch Data Communication.
hello sir,
Yeah.
you didn't complete all the events, sir. You completed only 2 events.
Which one?
In the help
Process
request.
on value request and
Value request and help request in the
Yes, sir.
module programming. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Let me tell you that those are not very big. Like you already done those in which one in the reporting. The same technique you need to use. I'll just tell you how to do this. Let me take you into SE80 first then. So see, correct what is the value request, what is the help request. Value request means F4 help and help request means documentation help.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to give a F4 help for some particular field, say for example for student ID, I want to give a F4 help. Otherwise for student name I want to give a F4 help, some button I want to give. Then what you need to do is go to the screen. In the screen, here after PAI you can write process on value request. Write this event, and in this event you can write field name and module name. Field, for which field you want to provide this F4 help.
student ID.
Field name, module name.
See.
You give some module name. Do this. Double click on this module. Here whatever you want you can write the code actually. Say for example how we are providing the F4 help previously for the reports. So we need to select the data into the internal table and pass the internal table to the function module, correct?
Yes, sir.
The same thing you can do it here. So what I will do, I will select the data into the internal table first. So I'm getting the data into the internal table first.
Muted.
So what is the syntax? Select star from Z student into table I tab. Okay, so I want to get all the records. So I'll get all the records into the internal table. After getting this, I'll go to the function module pattern, and I will call the function module pop-up table display. So I'll call this function module. Otherwise, I can also call F4 if internal table value display. So I'll call this function module right now. Pop-up with table display. So in this pop-up with table display, I'll give the column position, end column position, I'll give 30, end row position 30, start column position maybe 5, start row position also I'll give 5, text you can give something F4 help, and it will, so whenever see what will happen whenever you select an F4 button, then a list of student IDs will appear. Among those lists you will choose one list. Say for example what I'm going to say is now I will activate this and I will show you what will happen now. Values tab you pass I tab, enable exceptions and messages. So now I will activate the program and try to show you the program. Till now what will happen with this code. See, now if you observe, this HL button has come, correct? So why this was coming? Because we have written process on value request event, and in that event we have written field name and module name. So in the module name we have written some code. If I press F4 button here, see the pop-up is coming up. Okay. In the pop-up, I may select this field, this one or this one. Maybe I will select some record. Okay. So which record I should select? You need to check. Like if I select the third record related student data should come here. Okay, how the program knows that you are selected third record or you are selected fourth record? Maybe you can select the second record also. How the program know that? Yeah, now if you observe, I will say only select student ID, STUID from test student into corresponding fields of table. I'll say like this. So I'm getting only student ID. See, now the question is, my pop-up, that means whenever I press on F4 help, the pop-up displaying all the student IDs possible, but you may select the third one or fourth one or maybe fifth one. Some student ID you will select. Okay, so how you come to know which you have selected? So here, if you observe, there is something called import choice. Okay, so whenever you select this record, maybe first record or second record, that record number will come into this choice. So I'll double click on this pop-up with table display, and let us see how they have declared the choice. See how they have declared the choice. Choice like SAP ABAP. Now copy this, go to your program. So I will say data, choice, type, SAP ABAP, and I will here import the choice. Now in the debugging mode, I will show you the choice. Remaining thing what to do, you need to tell me. Save it. I'll save it. Now activate. Have given spelling wrong. Yeah, now I will execute. Okay, now I will go to the debugging mode. Now what will happen when I press the F4 help? I'll go in a debugging mode. I'm pressing this button here. Now the debugging screen is opening up. So where it was going, the cursor, process on, value request, field name, module name. The cursor is going into this module. I'll go inside. So it was getting the students into the internal table iTab. So this is internal table iTab. I am getting only the student ID. So after F5, student IDs are getting filled up. Now I am calling this function module. So when I call the function module, what will happen? A pop-up is coming like this. Now what I can do, I may select the first record or second record or third record. That selected record should come here, should come and sit here, correct? So say for example, I will select this record. What is the number of this record? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am selecting the fourth record. Now I am double clicking on this fourth record. I am double click. So now choice, I will double click on choice. What is the choice? Choice is 4. That means you know that which number of record you are clicking. Okay. So you know that you are clicking on fourth record in the internal table. You are clicking on fourth record. Now you know which number of record you are clicking. So what I want to take this particular value and put it into the work area so that it appears on the output. So how can I do that? How can I take out the fourth record of the internal table and put the value into the ZTest student ID? How can I do that? Any idea? Any syntax? You know?
Read table.
Unmuted.
My first step is,
Read
yeah,
table
correct. Read table.
from iTab
Fine, good. So let us go with the read table iTab index
4
choice. Yeah, index
choice
4. Otherwise, index choice.
choice is
Correct.
iTab.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we are going to do now.
Muted.
Nothing matter.
Muted. Unmuted.
Huh? So come here and declare a work area. Work area type ZTest underscore student. And after the function module, I will write read table iTab into work area index choice. If size of is equal to 0. In the work area, whatever is the student ID, take the student ID and put it into ZTest student ID. Correct. So what I am doing, getting it? What I am doing? I am taking, so I am reading the fourth record from the internal table and putting into this work area. Once I get the data into this work area, in the work area some student ID will be there. That student ID I am passing to the ZTest student ID. Correct. So now you are getting here. You are getting a pop-up. I am selecting, say, maybe third record. Double click on third. Now third record value is coming up here. Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you can put this. That means this is how you can handle process on value request event. Okay. And what about the process on help request event? Process on help request. How you will handle this? Whenever you press F1,
Sure.
a pop-up should come. Instead of pressing F4, if you press F1, pop-up should come. In the pop-up, you will write something like this field is student ID. Student ID is coming from table. Some documentation you will write. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? Only the event name will change. Remaining everything is same. No need to import the choice also. What I am saying is, go to the screen number 100, write another event here below this. If you want to provide a documentation help, write another event here, process on help request. So you can do this, process on help request. And for which field you want to help. So write field name, module name. Okay. So here also you do whatever you want to do. Whenever the one presses the F1 button, you can do it here. What I am saying is, you can give all this code without importing the choice.
Muted.
Code I am putting. So this is F1 help. So no need of choice. F1 help is just to read and understand what is happening. So it is saying iTab is already declared, so I am changing iTab to iTab 1. And work area is not required here. Now I'll execute. Yeah, see, now if I press F1 button, pop-up will come. Okay, so documentation help is nothing but whenever you press F1, a documentation should come. So documentation, it's displaying the student numbers. Instead of student number, if you want to display something, what you need to do? You need to append the document. That means whatever you want Say for example, you are going to say that this is a student number, a student field. Then what you do? Append to this internal table, that particular data, append to this internal table. Then the same thing will come to whenever you click on student ID, the same thing will come here. So you are getting what I'm saying, or if it is not clear, I will try to do that. So what I'm saying is, whenever I press on F1, whatever the code here, this will execute. So because I'm declaring internal table type Z student and getting the data into that internal table, that details are coming. If I put something else, though, that details will come. Say for example, if I declare one more internal table, data, otherwise I'll declare one internal table, I'll show you types, begin of stru1. So I will put one field name, I will take it as line of length some 20, type C. End of stru1. I have declared one structure. With the structure, I will declare one internal table, data, itab 1, type table of stru1. So instead of getting this data from the student table, what I will do, I will try to append the data into the internal table. So I will declare one work area also. And now I will fill the work area hyphen line is equal to, this is the F1 help. So I have filled that line, and then what I will do, append work area to itab 1 and pass the itab 1 to this function module. So I'll say work area 1 line, work area 1 to itab 1. Yeah. So now let us see. Previously I have written here selecting the data from G student table. That's why previously student details are coming in a F1 help. Now whatever we have written, this is F1 help that will come. Now if I click on F1, what's coming up? This is the F1 help. Some spaces are coming. If you reduce the length, output length, that means this function module is having column and row positions. If you adjust that, the spaces will not come. Say for what I'm saying is, see this function module pop up with the table display having end column, end row, start column and start row. If you adjust this, column positions and row positions, then that particular spaces will not come. End column I'll give 25 or 26 I'll give. Now let us see. End row I'll give some 20 itself, not required. Do have big screen in the output. So okay, the spaces were reduced. Still reduce the end row position. You will get only from here to here. This is F1 help. Got it? How to do? Fine. So this is how you can go with the F4 help and F1 help.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So those are all with the your module pool programming. So now let us go to the new concept called BDC.
Okay, sir.
BDC. BDC stands for batch data communication. Batch data communication. Okay. So BDC is called an interface. What is the interface? Any idea?
Interface means connecting the system. Means
Interface means a channel between the two. Yeah, connecting. Correct. So now, sometimes what will happen? A company is there. That company want to implement SAP. Till that point of time, the company is using maybe some VB or Java or .NET or some maintaining data in some Excel files. Maybe they are using something other than SAP. Okay. So the systems which are other than SAP, we will call those systems as legacy systems. So any programming language or any other systems which are having other than SAP language, we will call that as legacy systems. Yeah, legacy. So we will treat non-SAP system as a legacy system. Now what we need to do is, we want to implement SAP for a particular company. For example, you are trying to implement SAP for JK Initial. Then JK Initial will give you the data in Excel file, or JK Initial will give you the data in text file. First you need to store the data in the SAP. How you will store, how you will upload the data into the SAP for the first time? So to upload the data into the SAP, there is a technique called BDC, batch data communication. So now let us see how we can upload the data from the flat file, that means from the text file, into the SAP system, and how you can create the records in the SAP. In the BDC there are two methods. First one is call transaction, and the second one is session. In your interviews, this is a regular question. What are the methods of BDC, batch data communication? So there are two methods, call transaction method and session method. So now what is the call transaction method, what is the session method, we'll see. And before going for these methods, I want to tell you the general process, what will happen and how you will get the file, how you will upload the record, how you will create the record into the SAP. What are the various steps involved while doing a BDC program? The first step when you are doing a BDC program is get the file from your customer. Get flat file from the customer. That means You will be working for a customer, correct? You will be working for some company, or you will be working for some customer. So ask him which data he wants to upload into the SAP. So get the flat file. Flat file may be a Excel file. Flat file means that could be a Excel file, or that could be a text file. Okay. So say for example, I want to upload, the customer wants to upload some material details. Then customer will give you the Excel file with material number. Material number is M01, industry sector is HALB, and industry type is I. So like that, all the details he will give. Next M02, material, next material number, and material other related details of the material. All the details he will give. So now all those details you want to upload into the SAP. First get this file. Okay, so first get the flat file, and the next step is go to your functional consultant and ask him how to do the transaction in SAP. For example, go to your functional consultant and ask him how he will create a material in SAP. So then he will show you. Go to the MM01 transaction. Give the material number there. So I'll give the material number, maybe M01. Industry sector I will give. I will also give the material type. Okay, this is how. This is not actually ABAP responsibility. This is a functional consultant responsibility of creating materials and all. Okay, so he will give this and press enter. Okay, and he will click on the basic data 1, maybe other views, maybe MRP view or something. He will click, press enter, and here he will put the data required, all required mandatory fields he will put, and click on save. So your functional consultant will show you this. Boss, this is how I will create a material. But customer want to create some 50,000 materials. 50,000 materials I cannot create like this. For creating a 50,000 materials, I need a program. So that is what the requirement. So whenever a material, that means material, maybe material here we have created, maybe sometimes you also need to create customers, maybe sometimes a purchase orders or something else, okay, which are very huge in number. Then what you need to do? You need to go for a BDC. So second step is what you need to do. So observe how your functional consultant was doing that manually for one record. And once you observe, then what you need to do, you record that particular thing. That means how to record. So whenever your functional consultant is doing, you record how he is doing. In SAP there is a transaction SHDB to record a particular action. The transaction is SHDB. So click on this SHDB. So click on the new recording. Okay, and give the recording name. Give the transaction code. For example, if it is a material, what is the transaction code? MM01. Give the transaction code here and click on start recording. Click on this button, start recording. And now once you will get the screen, and ask your functional consultant to create a material, a sample material. Then he will create a material M02, chemical industry, maybe something, drinks. Press enter. And he will create this basic data 1. Oh, this material is already existing. See, if something is going on in between the recording, what is suggestible? Come back, don't save, and create a one more recording if something is going wrong in the recording. I'm creating new recording, yeah, once again, and here I will say M05 I will create, press enter, basic data 1, press enter, This is test 5 or something he will give, and base unit of measure, and press enter. If you observe the bottom status message, it was saying recording is running. Now I'll say yeah, save the material. So now what happened? Each and every step was saved. That means whatever your functional consultant was done till now, all the steps were saved. So now if you observe, see, he went to the transaction MM01, and MM01 means this is a screen number for the MM01 transaction. This is the program for the MM01 transaction, and he put cursor on the material number, and material number what he has given, material number what we have given, M05, and what is the umbrage, chemical industry, that is C, and what is it, what else we have given, material type is drinks. For drinks the code is FGTR, is the code for drinks. Then he went to the second screen. In the second screen he has selected basic data 1, correct? Basic data 1 is this one. This is equal to X means basic data 1 is selected. In the third screen he has given material description as test 5. He has given the base unit of measure as PC, correct? So all these steps were noted down. So save this recording and come back. Okay. So now what is your next step? Your next step is get a sample recording with the help of SHDB, with the help of the transaction SHDB. So till this part, is it clear? So first what we need to do, we need to get the file. How many, say for example, customer asked you to create some 50,000 materials, then get the details which 50,000 materials we need to create, and get a sample record. Now we have done a sample record, correct? Since the customer is ourselves here, I will create a flat file. Material number is M06. I want industry sector as a chemical industry. I want material type is a raw material. So then a description, I want test 6, and finally we are giving the units, base unit of measure, that is PCs. So I want to give this. Similarly, I want to create some 10 materials or 15 materials here. Description, I'll say like this. Fine. So now this is the flat file. This is called a flat file. This kind of file your customer will give actually. But here we are the customer, we are the ABAPers. So I have created a flat file. So the flat file will have the details like this. So then based on these details, you will go and record one session. Now the next step. Now the next step is create program with the help of recording. How you will create a program with the help of recording? So now what is the recording? What is the recording we have created now? This is the one, correct? Material with the user SAP 51. I have logged in into this user SAP 51. So with the help of this recording, I want to create a program. So click on this program button, create program. Give the program name Z material called transaction. So I told you there are two methods. to do the BDC. So I'm going for the call transaction method. Give the program name. You can give any program name and click on this radio button, transfer from recording and continue. Click on the source code button here. Click on a local object. Once you do this step, what will happen? A code is automatically, the program is automatically written. This program need to be done for some modification, because the recording is done to create only one material. But now the requirement is we need to create more than one material, maybe some 10 materials or maybe 1 lakh materials. So now let us see how to do this, how to implement the same method for the 1 lakh materials. So till this point, is it clear? Or if you are having any questions, you ask me. You interrupt me now and you can ask me till this point.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yep.
we just show the record.
Yeah, tell me.
Beginning of recording. How to begin the record?
How to begin the recording. Okay.
Yes.
So go to the transaction SHDB.
Yeah.
Okay. So here click on the new transaction.
New recordings. Yes.
Yeah, new recording. And give some material, some recording name here, and give the transaction. Okay, and press enter or click on start recording. Anyway. So now you will go to the particular transaction. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Instead of MM01, if you give SE38 there, then you will go to the SE38 transaction.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, any other questions?
How to call that function module, sir?
How to?
Call that function module.
Which function module?
This ZMAT call transaction.
ZMAT call transaction. It's
Sorry,
not a function module. It's a program name.
Yeah, sir.
What I'm telling is, once your recording is done, that means your functional consultant and yourself will sit together and record a sample record. You will record. Okay.
Okay.
After that, what you will do? SHDB. Go to the SHDB. Say for example, you have finished recording. Your recording will be like this. Select the record. Click on program, and give the program name. Here I have given ZMAT call transaction. You can give ZMAT Vinod, any name. This is a program name. This is not a specific standard name. Okay.
Okay.
So with the particular name, a program will be created.
Okay, sir.
So and then click on this transfer from recording, continue, and then you need to click on the source code button. There will be a button come after this source code. You need to click on that. Once you click the source code button, this code will be generated to you. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
But remember, this is the program which is only for creating one record. But now what you need to do? You need to create some thousands of records or lakhs of records. Okay. So what to do? How to do? First, upload the data which is there in the Excel into the internal table. That is your first step. Okay.
Okay.
In the program, first what you need to do is, whatever the customer has provided, that means these details, first upload these details into the internal table. Okay. Which internal table? You need to create an internal table and then upload into it. So first create a structure. Types, begin of, stru. First, what is there in the flat file? What is this? Material number.
Material
M06,
number.
M07, these are material numbers. So
MTNR.
MATNR. What is the length
Length
for material number? 18.
18.
Yeah.
Type C. If you don't know the length of the material number, open the Mara table. Here you can find out the length for the material, character 18, correct? So you give the material of 18 type C. Don't give here in BDC programs especially, don't give here Mara hyphen Matner. Don't go like this. Always in a BDC program, better to give a type reference of C. Okay, and then what after material, what is there in the flat file?
Industry type.
This is chemical industry. What is the industry sector, correct? So what is the length of the industry sector? Go to the Mara table and see what is the length of this industry sector. Yeah, this is the MBrush. MBrush is the industry sector. Industry sector length is 1. So MBRSH type C. No need to specify the length in brackets. If I don't specify the length in brackets, by default the length will be 1. Yeah. And next, what is there in the flat file? In the material type, whether it is a raw material or whatever. So material type, so go to the table and this is the material type MTART. Okay, of length 4, MTART, of length 4, type C, character. Okay, next, what is there in the flat file? Next, material description, MAKTX. Material description will be there in which table?
KT tables.
MAKT table. Good. And base unit of measure is here, mains, having a length 3. Okay, so after this, after material description in our Excel file, base unit of measure is there. So MEINS, which is having a length of
3.
3.
Type.
Yeah, type
Unit.
C. Okay, MAKTX, we will go to the table MAKT and see what is the length for MAKTX. What is the length? 40, character 40. Okay. See, this is MAKTX. The length is of character 40. Then, is there any other fields in the Excel?
No, sir.
No. So only 5 are there. So we declared 5 fields. Now I will say end of STRU. My structure is ended. Now in the next step, what I will do, I will declare data, I tab, type, table of STRU. I have declared one internal table and one work area, type STRU. Okay. Now, after the start of selection, I will say perform upload So which data I'm trying to upload now?
Flat file.
Flat file I'm trying to upload into
Internal table.
internal table. Correct. So I'll double click on this perform upload data. It is saying this was not there. Create, yes. To upload the flat file into the internal table, call the function module. Function module name is GUI upload. Function module name is GUI upload. You need to remember this function module name. If you want to upload a flat file data into internal table, use this function module. So what is the purpose of this function module? To upload flat file data into internal table. So where is your flat file? In the desktop or C colon or D colon, where it is? You need to give the file path.
Yes.
Okay. So let us see where is our file was there. So first let me create one file. I'll copy this. Otherwise, what I will do? I will do this. I'll save the file as. I will make the function save the file as tab delimited text file. Where is the function? Save as option will be there.
File.
Just was
Some file.
Yeah,
File. Save as.
Yeah, file save as. Okay. So click on this. Give the file name. File name, I'll give some ABC or something. So I'll store in my computer and C column. So and here save as type is there here. In the save as type, you select tab delimited text. There is a tab delimited text. Yeah, this is the one. Text tab delimited. See. Okay. So select this and save. So now if you go to the C colon, there, yeah, see, there is that ABC we have given. Is there or not there?
See, sir.
Yeah, C column only, we are there now. I'll try to save once again. Oh, fine. It was saved in pictures, maybe. Yeah, if you observe, see, it went here. So this is a file which is having the records, correct?
Yes.
So this is how the flat file is there. Now you just take the location where the file is there, right click on this file, take the properties. So the file was there in C colon, users and so on and so forth. Take this file path. Go to your program. give here file name C colon or whatever, and after this give slash. What is our file name?
ABC
ABC
dot
dot text
yes.
file. Yeah. So and after that you select the file type. File type is ASCII file, and has field separator. You give the field separator as X. I'll tell you what is this field separator. Field separator means if you go to the file, text file, each and every field, see this is a material number, this is one field, this is a chemical industry, this is another field. Field separator means each and every field is separated by a tab. If I go back, if I click on tab space, your computer, there is a button called tab, you know, after the caps lock button, shift caps lock, there is a tab button. If I press a tab button, that is the gap between each and every field. Similarly, for this field and this field, tab is a gap. One tab space is a gap. Okay.
Welcome to GoToMeeting. Online meetings made easy. There are 4 other callers on the call.
Next one is into which internal table you want to upload this data.
Voice will drop out.
What is the internal table name into which you want to upload this data?
iTab.
iTab. So give the iTab. So always enable the exceptions and message. Okay. Now save it. Check it. Activate. Now I will try to debug and show you. Forget about this screen. I am trying to change the screen actually. Later tomorrow we'll change the screen also. So now see, if you observe, our breakpoint is at GUI upload. In the GUI, after GUI upload, our expectation is our iTab should be filled with the data which was given in flat file. It was not filled. Maybe some error was there. So it was saying access denied. Fine. I'm to close this. Because the file is open at the time of running, it is saying access denied. Now if you check the iTab has 10 records which we have given in the Excel file, correct? So this is how you can upload the flat file data into the internal table. Okay. Once you get the data into the internal table, how to create the materials we'll see tomorrow in the next class. Okay, so today what we have seen, how to get the flat file, how to make the recording, and then once you make the recording, how to get the details into the internal table. Okay, so what function module you need to use? You need to use the function module GUI upload. GUI upload. So once you get the details, once you get the flat file details into the internal table, let us see how to create the materials. now any idea what we'll do? We will loop this internal table
Yes, sir.
and we'll run the process
Process. Yes, sir.
because already we have recording to create one material, correct?
Yes, sir.
We have already recorded how to create one material and we have created program. Okay, now in our internal table there are some 1000 materials or maybe 100 materials, maybe 1 lakh materials, whatever it may be. So we will loop the internal table and we will try to repeat this process. See, all these performs are nothing but the process of creating one material, correct? Whatever I have selected, all this is how a material will be created. These are all the steps recorded while creating a material. Now what I will try to do tomorrow, I will loop the
Muted.
table and I will try to repeat this procedure for every material so that all the materials will be created. Okay.
Yes.
So that thing we'll see in the next class. So let us continue in tomorrow. Okay. But before coming to this, you just try to record, try to generate a program and try to use the GUI upload function module so that you can make yourself comfortable while listening to tomorrow's class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Aditya,
Yes, sir.
are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, sir.